moving on to our next topic, and this I can say is our actual favorite sport, which we will probably spend most of the time talking about, the NBA. But unfortunately, there's nothing to talk about right now because they are locked out. So my question is, when do you think the season will start?
The earliest we're going to see a game is January, and I don't even know if we're going to see one then.
It's looking like that. Mid-December, maybe if we're lucky.
Let me just put it out there right now. I'm disgusted by the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm just very
Now,
angry.
Reported that the players denied the deal where they get between 49 to 51% of the income based on income. They would get between 49 and 51%. They denied that.
They wanted
turned it down.
53.
They want between 51 to 53. The owners are offering 49 to 51. I don't see why they don't just do 50 to 52 and call it a day, but that's just me.
It just
now
disgusts
the
me.
news
Because
yesterday,
I think about how much I make in a paycheck. Then these guys make that in 14 minutes of play. It just
yeah.
disgusts me.
Well, the big news yesterday was they finally had a 16-hour meeting, right? You guys heard about
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
yeah.
But we've known about this lockout coming for years now, and just now they wait until October 19th to finally crank out a 19-hour meeting. I mean, why? Where was the sense of urgency over the summer? Where has the sense of urgency been the whole time to get a season in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just a sickening feeling. The
Yeah,
NBA is one of my favorite things to watch. Like, if it's a cold day, I get home from work, nothing else to do.
yeah,
I just want to sit down, watch some basketball. But
yeah.
no, I got to sit down and watch TCU play Arizona State in basketball.
And
I want to watch.
college
I
football.
want to watch the guys who get paid millions of dollars to go dunk.
You know what we're going to see in November instead of NBA games? You're going to see
Please.
MAC football. Legit, Ohio University got a game moved from
Oh
ESPN2
my
to ESPN.
god!
So you're gonna get home.
I do not
You're
give
gonna
a
see MAC
flying
football.
freak about your MAC
Nobody
football.
cares.
So it's
For
on
those of you who don't
ESPN.
know, Mark and Matt both went to OU and I went to Toledo, so we're all MAC alums.
Yes.
But Mark is actually the only one who really cares about MAC football. Although I don't
And
think
basketball, mainly MAC basketball. DJ Cooper was named a top 100 player in the nation.
Give him your background on why you like MAC basketball so much.
Because it's basketball. The MAC is one of the most competitive leagues in the nation. I'm not saying competitive like they're not going to compete with the Big East and the Big
I
Ten,
also liked MAC
but within
basketball.
the
I liked OU basketball, but you know what happened then that I didn't like it as much? I
You
graduated.
graduated from a MAC school and you said,
and now you go where? You're taking classes where?
Kent State University.
Oh, or
KSU.
KSU as you call it? I don't think anyone calls them KSU, by the way.
Can't read, can't write, Kent State.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, back to this lockout.
All right,
though.
so instead, will you watch this player exhibition tour that has been planned?
Sorry,
in case you haven't seen it. It's a trip that could resemble USA's takeover of the world stage at the Olympic Games. Players that have already been linked to this takeover: Kobe, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Carmelo, Chris Paul, Amari Stoudemire, RuPaul, Chris Bosh, Rajon Rondo, Blake Griffin, aka the American John Viselli, Russell Westbrook, Carlos Boozer, Paul Pierce, Kevin Love, Kevin Durant, and Kevin Garnett, and Tyson Chandler.
That's a lot of Kevin, you guys.
They are going to play all over the world: Europe, Puerto Rico, London, Macau, which is in China. I looked it up, and Australia. They said every arena is going to have at least 15,000 fans, and they're going to play 2 times at least in every country.
Hey, as long as I can see Carmelo Anthony not pass and take 30 shots a game, I'm tuning in. If I can see him in his neck tattoo, or no, he doesn't have any neck tattoos. Hey, but he's from West Baltimore, which was the home. What?
Why would you support the players right now?
I like Carmelo Anthony.
But why do you want to do anything that empowers them?
Well, I don't want to say. Okay,
I'm saying like you're going to spend money on it. You're just going to watch it on TV.
What happens when they come back in the middle of February and they're all fat? They're all Baron Davis sized.
And they have that.
Well, I want them to actually be working out here, so the game is actually competitive when they get back.
You know what I would like to see?
Because if they come back and a bunch of players are fat and out of shape, the owners are going to be like, "Wow, what did we pay for?"
You know what I would like to see? 64 players, one-on-one tournament in Las Vegas.
All 64 playing at once?
No, one-on-one.
A big 33 game.
No. One-on-one. 64 players, 32 matchups, down to 16 to 8 to 4. I would like to
No
see
more
that.
March Madnesses. We know it's a 64-team playoff.
Well, some people don't.
Yeah, but what happens when a player like Chris Paul gets matched up against Blake Griffin?
I don't know what would happen. What do you think would happen? Chris Paul versus Blake Griffin. Who do you think wins?
Blake Griffin.
What do you think? It's competitive?
I like your idea, but I think you instead need to do like 4 or 5 different 16-player tournaments, and you divide it by position. I want to battle out and see who the best one-on-one shooting guard is. I don't want to see,
All right.
like you said, I want to see Chris Paul.
Break it down by positions.
I want to see Chris Paul versus Derrick Rose.
But I think you get some interesting matchups when you go intra-position. I think Dwight Howard versus Derrick Rose.
We already know who the best shooting guard in the nation in the NBA is, right? It's Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon was a power forward.
Oh yeah.
He was.
Okay, then the best shooting guard is definitely Jesus Shuttlesworth then.
He's like 37.
Although we could probably trade, the Celtics could probably trade Ray Allen for a washing machine and feel like they got a good trade nowadays.
Probably.
No, I'm just kidding. He's actually playing well.
But
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Speaking of the Cavs'
That would
best
be
players,
one of the best backcourts in the history of the Cavs. Kyrie Irving and Coffee Black.
I don't know if you guys saw that ESPN released the top. They ranked 500 players. I think every player in the NBA. Do you guys see this?
I did not.
They ranked player.
Unfortunately, I did not do my homework for this podcast. Apparently, Mark did.
Ron was number 1. I believe Dwayne Wade was number 2.
Who is LeBron? Who is that?
Yeah. But keep going.
Kind of off the topic, but do you guys really think that Robert Horry looks like Will Smith?
yes.
Because my God, those two are exactly the same.
Yes.
I get confused, but then I heard Robert Horry talk one time, and he literally has the education of a 4-year-old.
Right, well, I do some producing, looking stuff up. Next topic. Is this lockout good for the Cleveland Cavaliers? I know it sucks, as we're all Cleveland Cavs fans. I know it sucks there's no basketball this year. But if the Cavs just automatically get given another top 3 pick, meanwhile the Miami Heat get a year older and another year without a championship.
I agree with a year older.
Discuss.
I think that Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson need to play. They need to play a lot more.
They'll play somewhere, though.
Sitting there and not playing is going to hurt them.
Yeah. And let's face it, if we play the games, we're going to get a top 3 pick. I mean, they're not going to be a good team next year.
Right. No. In all likelihood.
How dare you? Amir Caspi is going to be a top in the league. He's going to be he's the top 5 of the Jews in the NBA.
He's an upgrade. All right. Yes, but just barely.
Who's a better Jew than Caspi?
Amari Stoudemire.
He's not Jewish. He's black.
He has a Jewish parent.
He has a black, like Matt said, he has a black Jesus tattoo on his neck.
Jesus on his neck.
Jesus was Jewish.
Debatable.
All right, Jordan Farmar.
Jordan Farmar is not Jewish.
Yes, he is.
He has giant ears.
So do I. Jordan Farmar's been bar mitzvah and everything. Bar mitzvah and everything.
I'm gonna stick my bat.
As has Taylor Mays of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Taylor Gang
While we're
Mays.
talking about giant ears, do you think Sam Cassell is an alien?
You know what? I do.
Speaking of giant ears, Joe Hayden just heard you say that.
All right, he's the top
Let's go
5 players.
Here.
We got LeBron is number 1. As much as you hate him, you kind of have to agree with. Dwight Howard number 2.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, I think he's too high. Dwayne Wade is number 3. Chris Paul number 4, and Dirk Nowitzki rounding out the top 5. My question is, where is Kevin Durant?
Durant should be number 4.
I think Durant should be number 3 ahead of Wade.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I really like Durant. Durant's a great player. Derrick Rose not in the top 5 was MVP
I'm okay with
last
that.
year. Why? Is it
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Derrick Rose he's got a great commercial out. It's him in a ring with a bunch of
Bulls. Didn't I have to explain to you how that was a Bulls reference last week? Yeah.
Oh, that was embarrassing. I didn't know it was a Bulls reference until he told me. And I was like, oh crap. But the real question is, why is Delonte West not number 2? Right behind LeBron. Like he got
Right behind LeBron's
mom.
Oh! All right, just quickly, players 6 through 10. Kevin Durant is 6. Kobe Bryant 7.
Too high.
Derrick Rose 8. Darren Williams 9, and the Blake Show is rounding out number 10.
Kobe Bryant
be a
is
bit
too
premature for Blake. Kobe Bryant is getting old.
How
but...
Zach Randolph is not in Kobe's spot is beyond me. Another one of my favorite players.
By the way, do either
Zach
of you watch
Randolph.
The Walking Dead on AMC?
Oh yeah, great show.
Doesn't the black guy look just like Zach Randolph?
No,
Yes.
no, he doesn't.
Oh my God.
Okay, he might. But anyways, Zach Randolph, easily one of my favorite players. Has basically anybody with a neck tattoo or anybody with an attitude. I'm a fan.
Are you
I bet
serious?
you that I can jump higher than Zach Randolph at this point, though.
Matt, you cannot touch the rim. Holy crap, he does. For our listeners out there, if you watch The Walking Dead on AMC at 9 o'clock. African American fella looks exactly like Zach Randolph. Oh,
Exactly.
Mark just showed me a picture. I am freaked out right now.
By the way, the actor's name is...
No one cares.
Aaron Singleton. T-Dog.
Iron E. Singleton, it looks like.
The actor's name is irrelevant.
It's erroneous.
I think you're ever going to see that guy anywhere else again. He might be the first black guy to die in a horror movie eventually. But
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next
Well,
topic.
wasn't it funny that the only black guy in The Walking Dead survived the entire first season?
I think there are a couple.
Well, they only had
No,
six-
the black lady sacrificed herself in the season finale
Yeah.
in the reactor room.
Oh, true that.
Hey Matt, if you never say true dat again, that would actually help us out a lot.
Matt, we just have one question for you.
That
I did.
is
That's why I'm crying right now.
as a sound effect from the worst movie in the history of movies.
No explanation necessary. All right, next topic. We're gonna move it along. We're
No,
slowing down
I'm not
here.
done with the NBA.
Yeah, we'll come